Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So at the beginning of 2020, I was watching a lot of videos on sustainability, and a topic that came up over and over again was the issue of textile waste or clothing waste due to either the pollution in producing those items or the issues with disposing of those items, since we're not buying or we're not wearing high enough quality clothing, and you don't get a lot of use out of them before you inevitably throw them away. So I realized that I really have all the clothing items I need. I did a wardrobe revamp for my work clothing when I started working full-time 2 years ago, and then over those months and the last couple of years, I've been adding to just my main casual everyday wardrobe. So thinking about it, I haven't looked through everything. That's kind of the purpose of this video too. Thinking about it, I really have everything I need. I don't really go through my entire wardrobe in a week or two, so I'm not really short on anything. And since we're in quarantine anyway, we're not going to events, we're not going to the office, so I really don't need to be buying more clothing. And I really wanted to, I guess, challenge myself for 2020 to see if I can not introduce new waste into the world in terms of buying new clothing straight from brands. So I won't be getting rid of any of my items. I'm pretty happy with kind of the amount that I have. I have capacity. I've moved twice in New York City with the same amount of clothing. So logistically, it's not a problem, and I have capacity in my closet and my wardrobe drawers to store them. So the goal of this challenge is to not get rid of anything, but I think the purpose of this is to try and not introduce new things into my closet. Main reasons for why I'm doing this is sustainability, right? So, I don't want to be buying new items because that generates demand, that generates profit for companies that aren't really doing much to help the cause, we live on this planet. Secondly, to save money, I could be saving and beefing up my emergency fund. People are getting laid off, and I really want to be safe in the case I do get laid off. Want to save money for retirement, want to save money to travel when we can. And then thirdly, just minimalism. So again, not getting rid of anything, but more so just really trying to not introduce new items and start being overwhelmed by it. Because right now we're happy, but if I know if I start introducing more items, that could change. Okay, so the ground rules that I do want to set, I'm not fully only buying secondhand or not buying at all. So I do kind of want to leave these caveats. So I think it's okay if I buy new underwear and socks or sleeping shorts, because obvious reasons, I don't think secondhand stores would sell those items, and you can't really trust the cleanliness if you're just going to some rando and buying secondhand for those items. It's okay to buy new work clothing. I don't foresee me needing to do this at all. My work wardrobe is fine and we're not going to the office, but in the case that I do and my wardrobe disintegrates, I need to be presentable to keep my job. And then finally, if I need to replace any core items, which are I would say that a couple plain t-shirts, a white button-up, 2 pairs of shorts, and 2 pairs of jeans. So core items would be things that I'd pack in a suitcase and run off with, and I could leave everything else behind. And of course, I would try to see if I can do it secondhand or repair, but if not, then I would only be able to buy new work clothing and new core clothing at a higher quality than I bought it before, as a means to really try and upgrade and get more usage out of the second go around when I need to replace these items, so that we're not introducing new waste year over year. So, and any other frivolous clothing items will be bought secondhand when we can go thrifting again, or when I'm comfortable buying secondhand online. So I did decide to do this challenge sometime in March, meaning that January through March, I wasn't really conscious of it, but I want to kind of go back and retroactively catch myself buying items, because I do want to acknowledge that if I bought something in the past, and I will go into a bit of late 2019 as well, if I've bought something in the past and that gives me a leg up, I want to disclose that in this challenge. I could easily just buy a whole new wardrobe at the end of 2019 and not need to buy anything in 2020. So I want to disclose that. Obviously, there's no penalty. I'm imposing this on myself in the interest of honesty for myself. I need to acknowledge that I did buy things at the end of 2019 and at the beginning of 2020 that do give me a leg up in this, no new clothing challenge. In Texas, when I was home for the holidays, for Black Friday and holiday shopping, I bought a light jacket, I bought a long sleeve tee, and then 2 overshirts from Target and Kohl's. So fast fashion. And then at the beginning of 2020, I bought some Vivo barefoot shoes, just wide toe shoes, so like my feet don't get jacked up. Some new loafers and dress shoes from Clark's. From Miles Apparel, I think I bought a pair of shorts and 2 workout shirts. And then I bought 5 lounge shorts, or sleeping shorts, which don't count against my rules, because I needed them, and I would have only bought 3, which is kind of like my usual number of sleeping shorts. But since we're working from home and I'm like in these shorts the whole day, like I don't want to stretch 3 out for a whole week because it's kind of gross. And then I also bought new socks from Nice Laundry. This was a frivolous, conscious buy, because like when I did buy these was after I moved, and like I really tried to like not buy new clothing. And then finally I have some I guess like up to the knee work socks, just for work. I bought quite a few of these because they are kind of finicky, so it is what it is. All right, so with that, I will start getting into my clothing inventory. I kind of divided the categories out last night. I haven't done the count yet, so like I don't know exactly what amounts are in each category, but I really tried to categorize things in a manner that made sense. I didn't want to go too detailed because like I don't think about my clothing that way, but I also don't want to go too high level, as in just like shirts and shorts and pants or whatever, because they serve different functions, and like how I categorize it will be how I think about my clothing. Okay, so before I get into the counting and like laying out stuff and checking what I have, I do want to show you that I did build kind of like a little Google Sheets Excel on kind of how I'm categorizing things. So this is how I'm going to be keeping track of what I have. So for primary shirts, I have 9 shirts, including the one that I'm wearing. And what I consider primary shirts are plain or really like minimal design shirts that go with pretty much anything. You can see like these are colors that you can mix and match with any kind of shorts or pants, and it would look fine. And if I, were to get rid of all my shirts, I'd get rid of everything except these. So primary tees. For secondary short sleeve shirts, I have 15 shirts. These would be, fun polos or graphic tees that I have like attached memories to. I don't gravitate towards these often, but for like a fun pop of color, or when like I'm not trying to be too matchy, I, wear these for fun. All right, so for casual button-ups, I have 17. Some of these are short sleeve, some of these are plain long sleeve, some of these are pattern shirts, and like 3 or 4 of them are shirts that I use as like overshirts. So I feel like these are like in numbers the most that I have, but they are like a jumble of different purpose shirts. For workout/athletic shirts, I have 6 shirts. These are pretty much all I need. I don't go to the gym all 7 days of the week, so more along the lines of 3 to 4. But obviously, like we're in quarantine, so like I'm not even using these. For long sleeve casual shirts for the fall and winter, I have 7. So for button-up work shirts, I have 10. 1 is unopened, so the 9 I wear actually 8 I wear pretty often. This one's the same brand as this one, and this doesn't really fit well. I'm already short, but like it goes past my like wrists, so I don't know, it's a weird fit, so I might go ahead and donate these 2 as soon as possible, leaving me with 8, but we'll just go ahead and say 10 because that's what I have right now. For lounge/like PJ shirts, I have 10 of these. These are just oversized or old shirts that I used to wear out, but now they're kind of like worn down. They're all pretty comfortable and oversized and nice to just lounge in. For shorts, I have 8 pairs. So these 2 are the condo shorts from Uniqlo, and this one hasn't been worn yet. I got these with the suit with the intent of like wearing them as like summer suit shorts, but honestly it changes from like cold to like super hot really quick. So anything like long sleeve that's like meant for like warmer climate, just I don't know, I don't get a chance to wear them as often. I think if I were to get rid of any shorts, it'd be these two, but I still want to give them another go when it gets a bit cooler. I have 8 casual pants. So the first 3 are jeans. The next 3 are navy and khaki chinos, and then the last 2 are just charcoal dark gray. I guess like joggers, but this one kind of looks like fancy if you don't see the waistband. For work pants, I have 4 pairs. I think categorically these are the most difficult to shop for because I'm short. So whenever I, try it on at the store, I have to like imagine what they would look like after getting them hemmed at the bottom. All 4 of these are from Banana Republic, and thankfully they all fit and present really well after getting them tailored. I think if I were to buy anything new, it would be kind of like an upgrade for these, or maybe adding like 1 or 2 more, because I think 4 is kind of like a risky number just because, you're playing with if dry cleaning can get done on time, and I often go to the office 4 or 5 days a week, so it's just kind of tricky playing around this. For lounge shorts, I have 8. So the 4 on the top are the nice laundry ones that I recently bought. I'm wearing one of them, so you won't see it here. These 2, this red one and this like striped one, are, I think these were from like sophomore year, freshman year of high school, so they're like 8 or 9 years old. This one I got new from Amazon, but they're cheaply made, and I think they're kind of like too tight, and they don't breathe well, so I might try and repurpose them or maybe just get rid of them. And there's one here I'm not counting because I'm only keeping this just to show you in the video, but like these have holes in it. This is kind of what prompted me to buy the new Nice Laundry shorts. Let me hold it to the light. As you can see, there's like just rips and holes, and it's at the end of its life. I got a really good, at least like 8 years out of these, so these 2 are definitely my favorite shorts. For workout shorts, I have 8 pairs. I'm pretty happy about the amount. I pretty much like all of these shorts. I think they're great. I wouldn't add or remove any more from these, so not much more to say. For lounge pants, aka sweatpants, I have 5 pairs. This one is actually a pair of sweat shorts, but I don't wear them during the hot weather anyway, so I'm gonna count them with these. I've also realized that I don't like wearing sweatpants at home because I prefer being cold so I can cover under the blankets with shorts on rather than wearing sweats. So I might actually get rid of a few of these or move them back home to Texas to give to my dad. But I wear these 2 out because they're quite appropriate for, like a casual errand somewhere when it's cold outside. For suits, I have 4 suits. This one is the Uniqlo condo suit, so it's more casual. I wouldn't wear this like for like a professional business meeting or anything. This is kind of like a Friday in the office when I have fun, or summer, spring, maybe fall, going to like dinner at like not a super fancy place, but you still kind of want to dress up. This is from Express. I've had it since high school. Still fits, but I need to get the arm repaired because I ripped it on the inside. This is from Macy's, and I really like the color on this one, but the pants that come with this they also ripped where the zippers are, so I have to get this repaired as well. But I really like this color because, I don't know, I feel like with traditional navy suits, they kind of look purple to me, but this one, definitely a bit more of like in your face blue, but it's like a true blue, which I really like. And this one I got, I think a week right before starting full time, and like I really rushed into this. It wasn't super expensive. I think it was like $200 together because they were on sale. But even after tailoring the pants, they still fit kind of wide. I like the suit jacket, so I don't know, I might try and wear it with, other pants or jeans or whatever, but I don't know, I might just like replace this in the future when I need more suits. But I think this is like a good amount and like a good collection of kind of what I need, like a dark suit, a navy/bluish suit, and then like a gray suit, and then kind of like a performance suit. Because like, you know, I don't actually wear suits to the office or to my clients unless there's like a really important meeting, and that doesn't happen too often, so I don't see the need to add any more to this. For sweaters, I have 7 sweaters. These are all casual sweaters, whether it's their color, design, fabric, whatever. I wouldn't wear these in a professional environment where I'm expected to be in a like professional collared shirt. So if I do buy anything new, or like if I add anything to my wardrobe, it would be probably in here, because I don't have a sweater for work. But then again, I've worked 2 winters in the Northeast, and you know, like I really don't need a sweater, because when you're in the office anyway, like they have the heat going, so you really only just need a coat to get from, you know, where you're staying at night to the office. For light jackets, when the weather is a bit cooler and like breezy, I have 5 light jackets: a bomber, a black Columbia, just regular zip up, a light trench coat, a hoodie zip up, and a down vest from Uniqlo. I think this is a pretty good amount. For heavy jackets/coats, I have 2. This black one is just like a plain black overcoat meant for the office. It's not offensive, doesn't have any special designs or anything, and it's pretty cheap from Uniqlo. The other one I have is a puffy parka meant for super cold weather in New York City, and it's nicely compact and air sealed and tucked away into a luggage, so I'm not gonna grab it, but I'll insert a picture that I have. It's just meant for super cold weather. For work appropriate shoes, I have 4 pairs, and like for all of my shoes, I won't just move them and like display them, because they're a bit dirty and like packed away, and I don't want to disturb them. But I have 4 shoes that I'd wear to the office, and 11 pairs of casual shoes. So like work appropriate would be like, I guess like Oxfords, that I have 2 black ones, 2 brown ones. Casual shoes would be like athletic shoes, Converses, boots, and some rain boots, and then like workout shoes and my Allbirds. So I guess in total like 15 pairs of shoes that go on my feet, which is a lot more than I need. So I won't be adding to this. I won't be looking to replace anything. I'll just wear them out until they're done, or donate them. For caps, I have 9 caps. I often gravitate towards caps when I want to remember an event or a place I travel to, because like you get like functionality and wear out of them. So I don't know, I think rather than like buying magnets or whatever, I get caps so I can take a bit of that memory with me whenever, you know, I'm wearing the cap to walk outside, run an errand, or like work out. So pretty cool. I don't think I will continue, you know, buying caps wherever I go, just because like I have too many at this point anyway. So this is probably where I'm gonna cap my cap. So for this section, we have my underwears, my undershirts, athletic socks, and office appropriate socks. I kept them in the bin just because if I were to lay them out on the bed, they just fly everywhere because there's no like structural wall holding them together. For underwear, I have 27 pairs. I gravitate towards the one in front a bit more since, you know, they're micromodal. They're the David Archie ones. I got them from Amazon. Really like these, and I've repurchased them like a couple of times to like add on. So like these are all of them I've collected over the years. And then 4 long johns / thermals I wear during the winters in New York under my like suit pants if I am commuting to the office, just because it's really cold. I have 9 undershirts, so like the 3 in the back are new ones, like the 6 in the front are ones that I wear pretty often. They're the Goodfellow undershirts, and I like them, but I think they like contract and shrink after washing. So I don't know, I just find undershirts like are really hard to shop for as well, because you can't see the quality after like a couple of wears, so you just don't know how things will perform. And the one on the side was like, I think like a free one from Uniqlo that I got with my purchase. It's like a gray, like, I don't know, gray crew neck one. I don't wear that one as often. And then on to my athletic socks. In here, I have 25 pairs. I'm not categorizing them by like long socks or like, you know, ankle socks or whatever, because these, I just, depending on like how cold or how warm it is, like I'll decide what I want to wear. The back will, I think, are like longer socks that are winter appropriate, and you can see the thickness as well. And then in the middle are kind of like, I don't know, fun socks. And then in the front are like athletic socks that I wear daily in the summer. For work/office appropriate socks, I have 19 pairs, definitely a lot more than I need, but I mean, I can store them, and these are just socks collected over the years of, like, fun sales or things that you can add on to your order. And also like half of them are before I discovered that I would like over the calf socks, because I wake up late and I don't want to put on a shirt stay, and like I hate when my socks slip down, which if they're not over the calf, they slip down pretty often. I don't know, with these, you can't really donate or sell them secondhand because, for like hygienic purposes, like no one's gonna accept or buy them. So I think like rather than sending them to landfill, I'd rather kind of cycle through any of the ones I don't wear often, maybe if it's like even once or twice a year, rather than getting rid of them. Again, I have like capacity, so there's no need for me to just send these off yet. And I feel like if I did that, that would encourage me to buy more and fill up the space. I don't know, because I feel like with the socks and like underwear and like undershirts, I definitely overbought, because I'm just thinking about like, oh my gosh, like what if this weekend like I can't do laundry and I just need fresh socks or underwear or shirts for the work week. So I think this amount is okay for me right now. I might evaluate getting rid of them when I need to move, like next year or the year after. So for contextual or scenario specific accessories, I won't count this towards like the count, but I do want to show it anyway. I have, I guess, like technically 6 belts, because these are like interchangeable, those like slidey belts without the holes. 4 ties, a shirt stay, 2 winter gloves, a pair of swim trunks, a scarf, and then like a beanie and like a, I guess like a headband / like ear cover when, I have my hair nice. I don't want to wear a beanie just messed up. So I have this, and I got it from Norway, so it has like memories. It's kind of like the caps for me. So while I was doing my inventory, I realized I could actually get rid of quite a few items, as in if I were to throw them away or like donate or give them away today, I wouldn't be like mad, or even I wouldn't think twice about it. So I took note of what I could get rid of so that we can look at this quantitatively, because for a job I analyze things. So we're using what I learned at work in this video. I rolled up everything into 4 broad categories, being tops, bottoms, accessories, and other. At a high level, I could get rid of, I guess, like 23%, because I added it all together and like divided it. But I feel like magnitude wise, they don't add up to the same thing, as in if I were to get rid of 1 pair of underwear, it would be insignificant to getting rid of 1 pair of pants. So I grouped them by like kind of where they belonged on the body part, but then rolled them up to 4 broad categories just so we could look at them a bit easier, and so I didn't have to build out too many graphs. So with that, let's get into the analysis. I will be providing graphs, and I'm ordering them by like most to least, so you can also see like how I prioritize like what I buy. So the first category we'll get into are my tops. I have 75 total, and the category that I shop often for are my casual button-ups. I think they're just easy to wear because you can dress them up or dress them down, and they flow season to season very seamlessly, so I just like them the most. And I kind of expected this like ordering as well. In terms of reducing my items, I could get rid of 22 of my tops, meaning that I could get rid of 30% of all my shirts and tops. So I feel like that's a significant cut, and the most I would get rid of are actually from my secondary short sleeve shirt category, because a lot of these I think I hold on to out of like memorabilia, or just because like I think I'll wear them in the future. But again, like, first of all, they're secondary for a reason, because they're not my primary go-to shirts, and a lot of them kind of are like wonky and like I wouldn't wear if I needed to look presentable. So I feel like that really cuts down on the amount of times I would get to wear these items. So I feel like this category is probably the easiest to get rid of. So the next category we'll get into are my bottoms. I didn't plan it to be this way, but in 4 categories, I have 8 items. And I feel like maybe that's just all I really need when evaluating my closet and when shopping for items. So in total, I have 41 bottoms. And when we're talking about reduction, I could get rid of 11 of these, meaning that I could get rid of 27%, so a quarter of my bottoms, the most being from my sweats, just because, as I mentioned, like I only really wear 2 of those sweats. I don't wear sweats at home because I prefer wearing shorts, so that could be under the covers. So for casual pants, I would actually get rid of my old chinos or my old joggers that I don't, wear as often, just ever since I got like the nice jeans. I want to wear my jeans more often than my other pants. For lounge shorts, it would just be like the old ones I've had since high school. For accessories, which include like underwear and socks, I have 93 items. I have the most in underwear and socks. And when we're looking into reducing, I could get rid of 20 things. Most of it being my underwear that is like old. Ever since I discovered like the David Archie ones, I really never wear my old underwear. So I really could just like take that back row and just like throw it away. Final category is other, being shoes and outerwear. In this category, I have 30 items. Half of them are my shoes. And when we're looking at things I would get rid of, I could only get rid of 4 items, mainly sweaters and light jackets. And I feel like this is the way it is because I am picky with my shoes and my outerwear, only because like they're more expensive. So whenever I shop, they have to be nearly perfect pretty much for me to even consider spending money on them. So I think here, even though I would get rid of less items, that speaks more on how much more conscious I am when I'm buying these items for this category. So that concludes my analysis and inventory of my wardrobe. I won't be getting rid of anything right at this moment. If anything, if I visit home or if my parents visit me, I'll give a few items to my dad to see if he wants to wear them secondhand, or if my parents want to bring them back to Vietnam to give away. First generation kids, you know what I mean by that. I also want to make it clear that the intention of this whole video is not to brag or show off the amount of stuff that I have or even how little I can afford to have. I recognize it is a privilege to be able to buy and consume the things that I have, but also to be able to put more thought and consciousness into my shopping habits, because when you don't have that much money, you can't afford to really think or invest in higher quality items. Fast fashion is a trap, but for some people that is their only option. So I really don't want to shame anyone if they are forced into buying fast fashion brands. However, I think we can all benefit from being a bit more conscious about what we consume, and in this video specifically, I'm focusing on my consumption of clothing items. Anyway, I'll probably do a follow-up video January of 2021 just so we get through the holiday season, because if I am tempted to buy anything, it'll probably be through the holiday sales that will be happening. Thank you for watching.